Hello, I'm glad you're all back. So on this project, I'm going to show you how to install warm wire. You're going to need a tester for this and just notch out a little bit of that drywall. When the time comes, you can pull it up with that string. Usually guys put in twos for me, the electrician. I like that a lot better. Okay, so this is a 120 wire volt. You can't do 240 on this house because a breaker box is not enough. So a 120 would work out. So there's one slot for that. So on this one, I'm going to just go 2 inches, but normally I go 3.5 inches from the wall. But because there's a pocket door, you must always stay away from hardwood of an opening tile with heat wire, 3.5 inches to as well as a rug. And I usually, cabinets are 18 inches, but you always stay back from the toe kick. So I'm going to go about between 20 and 23 inches. And your toilet flange, you always stay back with your warm wire, about 8 inches with that. As you can see, I have a tub as well. So I'm going to stay back from that as well. You're going to need to make a calculation and minus the tub and your toilet and your cabinet. Unfortunately, the wire doesn't come into that exact measurement, but you'll get something close or just a little tad more. I wouldn't go anything more than 2 extra square feet. Oh, Tina made me some breakfast this morning. Yeah, that cappuccino she made was awesome. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I'll have that cappuccino for sure. Yeah, it was really good. Oh no, I'm good on that already. So, wife made me cappuccino and pancakes last week. It was awesome. I love that cappuccino. Makes a great cappuccino, and the pancakes are dynamite too. So, anyways, I do they call them studs, but I call them 3 cubes. And 3 cubes gives me 3.5 inches. 2 cubes gives you 2.25 to 2.5 inches. You can alternate 2.5 to 3 inches, 2.5 to 3 inches. But if you do that, one spot will be a little warmer than the next spot. I like to keep my heat even through and through. So I make the square footage of the proper 3.5. So spacing. And remember, 8 inches from that flange, guys. I believe I'm 7 inches and a half or 7 3/4. That's fine too, but I wouldn't go anything less than 7 inches. Just because the wax, the floor could heat up and it could destroy that wax. And we don't want to do that, so. When you're installing your Ditra, make sure your pockets line up to the next course of Ditra and so forth. You're going to want to try and keep everything as lined up as best as you can. I'm using a tape measure. I use the flat side, not the hook side, please. Don't do that. And I just put some pressure on there. You can use a floater, but I wouldn't recommend using a block of wood. Just something that's has a soft, like a rubber or anything. Just keep checking. 8 inches from the flange. Between 7 or 8 inches from the flange, and also your cabinet. If you have a floating cabinet, you can go underneath the cabinet. They tell you that you're not supposed to go under anything because what happens is the heat will get too hot in one area and it will shut your thermostat box off. So your thermostat box, it's compatible with 120 wire or 220. I wanted to let you know about that. It's the box you don't have to worry about. It's the warm wire you need to do. Now, if you're changing a different warm wire with different thermostat box, you should use the thermostat coupling in that with that thermostat, and not the warm wire box in the box. But these are Schluters. This is a Schluter company, so they're good. The thermostat coupling is good for this thermostat. It's the same thermostat coupling, sorry. So I'm just staying back, remember guys, from the wall, because this is a cabinet that hits the floor. And you don't want to go underneath, again, underneath the cabinet. It'll shut your breaker box off if that area gets too hot. So I'm just doing a time lapse and just keep continuing, 3 cubes. And my Ditra, they're together, so I'm just going to do it this way to hit the other course of Ditra, because it's a little bit easier for me to get my wire in there. And just keep continuing. And there's my tub, my drain and everything. So just don't go underneath the tub, guys. I am going behind it, so I'm good. And that's my Schluter thermostat. It's all like digital. It's Wi-Fi as well. Set timer. It's got a lot of nice stuff. It's a lot of changes from back in the day. And remember, guys, always use an electrician, please. They hired their own builder. This is not my usual builder, so they gutted everything, prepped everything up for me, and they had their electrician come in and do all the electrical work. So now I always use 3 couplings for my thermostat. The reason why I use 2 or I'll use 3 is because say if something fails, one of them goes in the future, you'll always have a secondary. Always take a snapshot of your ohms. Keep your meter on. Take a snapshot of your ohms. And a snapshot of your floor with all the warm wire for your inspector or your electrician. Let them. This is all I have to do. Make sure everything's working with my tester, and I'll have my the electrical guy will come in. Now, mind you, that there is a vent. I'll cut that out later on. Mind you, guys, do not turn on your warm wire until 1 month after the job is complete, because if you turn it on when the tile's just finished, what happens is it'll dry the cement too much and it'll pop all the grout out. So tell your electrician, don't turn on the warm wire until 1 month after the job is complete. And there's my 2 couplings there. So, and I'm back from the wall there, and 3 inches from the wall as well, or 3.5. So I'm just using all Schluter all set cement, and I'm just flashing this. You can call it skim, and it's just protects the wire. And also I like to see my chalk lines too, but and I just feel more safer with the coverage on there. If I ever dropped anything, the wire will still be protected, as long as it's not something that's not sharp and heavy. And when you're laying tiles, always make sure you have your meter on so you can check the wire while you're laying tiles. Okay, just always keep that on until you're all done. Thank you, guys. I hope this helped you. Have a good day.